Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. We are halfway through the week already, and it just seems to be just going psh, 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 flying by. But we thank and praise God for a mind stayed on Him and the ability to give Him praise this morning. 9/11 is a day that resonates in most Americans' mind very, very heavily. And I saw a post this morning, definitely still praying for the victims' families. And one of them said, "Do you remember where you were?" And uh, and I very, very vividly remember where I was on that fateful day because I was in Manhattan. I was actually in New York. Um, and it was just, ooh, it was surreal. It was crazy. It was heart wrenching. I remember being in a hotel room for 3 days crying um, during that time. I remember going out on the streets of Manhattan. I was staying literally right across the street from Madison Square Garden, and to go out on the streets during that period, and it was completely empty. It was literally a surreal thing. But as I thought about it this morning, it just dropped in my spirit. Are you prepared for the unexpected? You know, we we've I'm a motivator. I'm a prophetic encourager. I am that one that's always going to be trying to push you to your greatness, trying to push you to the blessings of God, trying to keep your faith strong. But I also understand and recognize that some things come out of the blue, and we're not already always prepared for the unexpected. That was 9/11 was an unexpected occurrence. Um, and there's been multiple unexpected occurrences. If I think about my life over the span of time, even from last year, losing my grandson, these unexpected occurrences that happen. Are we prepared for them? And so you say, well, if it was unexpected, how do you prepare? Well, here's the key. All right. Um, being in Manhattan during 9/11, being in New Jersey for Sandy, I was like, okay, God, why do you have me in these places when these catastrophes hit? And I'm just like, okay, what's up with this? Really, what's up with this? But he allowed me to know as an intercessor, there are times when he will have you on the ground of what's happening. He will literally have your feet planted on the ground where chaos is. And it is your responsibility to intercede. Um, that's how it was for 9/11. And I promise you, because I was talking to a friend and coworker of mine that morning who was supposed to be meeting me in New York. And we had meetings set up and what have you. And he was like, "Quinn, I don't feel like getting on the plane." I was like, "Boy, if you don't get your butt on this plane, right?" And about 30 minutes later, he calls me back and he said, "Okay, I'm really not getting on the plane now." And I'm like tripping with him. And he was like, "A plane just flew into the World Trade Center." And I said, "Boy, I'm right here in New York. Wouldn't I know if something happened?" And he knew me well enough to know. He got very calm and he said, "Quinette, turn on the TV." Because most people that know me know I don't really watch TV. He was like, "Turn on the TV." And I turned on the TV. And as we're sitting there, I'm watching the TV, I'm watching the second plane fly into the building. I promise you. Literally for 3 days, it was travail. It was an intercession place that I don't think I had tapped into before because I could feel the pain of all of those people and all of those families. And 3 days I sat in my room and I travailed. I travailed. So, what does this have to do with preparing for the unexpected? When you prepare for the unexpected, you prepare in a place in God, a place in God. While I was heartbroken, I still knew what I needed to do, and that was pray. I still had sense enough, even in the feeling of grief, that deep despair of knowing where I needed to get to. And that was in that place in God. This is how you prepare for the unexpected. You make sure that you are connected to your place in God at all times. So that when the unexpected happens, when tragedy hits, when disappointment raises its head, when you feel failure, it doesn't mean it is, but you feel like it's a failure because we're in God, so it's not a failure. It's either a learning opportunity, or a lesson to understand how deep your roots are in Him. Do you have enough faith to stand? Do you have enough faith to stay? Some of the things that I've been asked of God over the years. But that's the place that you want to be in. You want to be in that place where you stay connected to God when the unexpected is happening. So that's how you prepare for it. There's going to be a lot of reflection today. There's a hurricane on its way to our land again today in Louisiana and Texas, and it'll go through Mississippi and all of that. Those are unexpected tragedies that things happen. We're praying for the safety of the people that's in the line of the cone. But it's like, are you grounded? Are you rooted and grounded like a tree planted by a river in God, so that when the unexpected happens, it does not shake you out of your faith? It may shake your faith. Trust me. I remember last year, that day, all I kept saying was, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. But I trust you. It was like I knew, even though I was trying to process what was happening, it was just like, but I trust you. What I'm not going to do is walk away from you. What I know right this moment is I need you more than ever. So that's your place of preparation for the unexpected. All right. Somebody needs to hear that today, because you're walking through some things and it was unexpected. Things have hit you that you had no idea was coming. Things have hit you that in the natural you weren't prepared for. But I want to encourage you today. I want to encourage you like that fateful day 20 some years ago. I want to encourage you today that your place of preparation, your place of getting through, is in the presence of God. Don't let go of His hand. I, I can think back to when I lost my son in law, my daughter's husband was killed. And I remember saying to God, I know that I'm getting ready to go through a whole lot of different emotions because I know me. And that first one on the top was anger. But I said, God, just keep me in your bosom as I walk through these things. That's the place of preparation, making sure you're holding on to God, because, yes, you are going to go through natural occurrences of emotions. Even thinking back today to 9/11 and being in Manhattan, it brings up emotions. But your place of preparation is in God. Make sure you hold on to that, whatever it is that you may be walking through or will encounter. All right? All right. That's my nugget today. Another long day. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry, because I'm praying that this is resonating in your spirit. All right. Um, have a peaceful day. Have a God encouraged day. Okay? All right.